Hello, eighth grade science students. So here's your second edition of our online Science News Monday. And just to mix things up a little bit, we are going to do this in a different way. So what I have for you are three images instead of three headlines. And your job is to decide if you think that what you think number one, number two, or number three are about. Put that in the comments. And then when you're all done, you can come back and see what they're really about. So take a moment, see if you can tell me what these are all about. Okay, hopefully you've taken that moment to write in what you think number one, number two, or number three are about. Here's what they're about. So, number one, this is a photograph of Uranus, the seventh planet, and scientists at NASA went back and looked at some decades-old data from when the probe Voyager 2 went by, and I believe January 1986. And they're looking at some of the old data, and they discovered that Voyager 2 actually flew through a plume of gas that had been released by Uranus. So they're finding that the gases of Uranus are a little more active than they thought they were before. So it gives them reason maybe to go back and investigate a little bit further. The second one, gone fishing. They found a cave and that they believe was occupied by Neanderthals, and there's some evidence that those Neanderthals were doing some fishing for things like, and they're eating some seafood like mollusks, fish, things like that. And previously, and this is 90,000-ish years ago, I think they're saying, and they originally believed that sort of modern man was the only version of an upright human being to do any fishing, but it turns out it looks like Neanderthals did some fishing and ate some seafood as well. Okay, number three, this is a picture of a kind of an antibiotic test plate. So each of those little tablets is an antibiotic, and kind of the yellow in between is the bacteria. So the ones that are working have the halo around them that's preventing the bacteria from growing. But what the story is about is they've used machine learning, which is basically they show the structure of an antibiotic molecule to a computer, and they give it a bunch of examples, and then they give it some examples of new molecules we want to try. And based on what it's learned from the ones that do work, it tells you which ones of your experimental ones may work in the future, and they found some success with this. So antibiotics have becoming less and less effective as more and more bacteria are becoming resistant, and this machine learning gives us a chance to find some new types of antibiotics that may be more effective, or the one in particular they found, they think it basically works against every bacteria for now. So there's a chance we can continue to find antibiotics even though some of them are becoming less effective over time, all from the power of kind of computers and machine learning. So if you want to read more about those, the links will be in the description in the video. Please enjoy the rest of your Monday and your week.